Is today your Independence Day? Hey guys, Jim Edwards here on a windy dock with a quick dock talk. So this weekend is July 4th, celebrating Independence Day for the US, which is amazing. It's interesting that we celebrate Independence Day of a country, but each of us is capable of having our own Independence Day. The funny thing is that some days, sometimes you might not know that you had it. So it's interesting that I had an experience about 20 years ago. Wow, I'm doing the math. Yeah, 20 years ago, I got fired from my job in June this month. 20 years ago this month. Holy crap. And my wife and I had just bought our house. We had gotten out of the trailer park where we'd been for 7 years. We'd just bought a house and we hadn't even made the first house payment. And I pissed my boss off because I, believe it or not, was not a particularly wonderful employee as far as listening. I wanted to do my thing my way because I knew best. And so he fired me, actually fired me on the phone, on my cell phone on my way home on a Friday. And that was back when you had to pay by the minute. So it actually cost me money to get fired. And I went home and I called up my buddy, a guy that I had met the previous February, a guy named Yannick Silver, and told him, dude, I just got fired. And he was like, congratulations. I said, what? He said, congratulations, the universe has thrown you out into the world. It's time for you to spread your wings and fly. This is your Independence Day. And interestingly enough, he and I sat there on the phone. There was no such thing as Zoom. It wasn't even Skype then. And we outlined an ebook. I had the courage to finally launch another ebook that I had created with Joe Vitale. And between August, it took me about a month to get myself organized, but between August and December of that year, I generated over $400,000 in sales in my own business because of that Independence Day. And at the time, I thought it was one of the worst days of my life. And very shortly looking back, I realized it was one of the best days of my life. And that was my Independence Day. Now, you don't have to wait for somebody else to do something to force you into accepting your independence. In fact, it might be better if you did it on purpose. But I want you to think this weekend, what would it take for you to have your Independence Day? To declare, you know what? I don't know exactly how it's going to happen. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I do know that I need to do something, and today's the day that I decide to do it. So I hope you have that experience someday. I know I hope you don't get fired from your job or worried that you're going to lose your house without even making the first payment on it. But I have to tell you that most people go through their whole lives and never have an Independence Day. They're looking for somebody else to take care of them. They're looking for somebody else to provide the answers. But when you decide that you're going to take care of your own problems and you're going to solve those problems and you're going to chart your own path and you're going to make it work and you're going to be responsible, it's a whole different life. And 20 years later, almost 20 years, man, 20 years to the month. I don't remember the exact day, but 20 years to the month, instead of living in a trailer park, I'm blessed to be here standing on the end of my dock. And it's pretty damn cool. So make today or someday soon your Independence Day. I'm Jim Edwards. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.